We begin tonight with another attack on a postal worker in Greensboro. Good evening, I'm Sydney Moore.
And I'm Chad Silver. Police say someone with a gun robbed a mail carrier at Stones Throw Apartments this morning. The worker then called 911.
A young guy, he approached me with a gun and he demanded my keys. The main lock keys for the mailboxes.
Well, this is now the third attack on postal workers in Greensboro just this week.
Mail carriers say the threats have grown over the years. Now they want something done. WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman spoke to two members of the local union about what happened.
That's right. I spoke with two members of the National Association of Letter Carriers. One currently carries mail and the other did for 2 decades. They say since 2020, over 2,000 of these crime events have taken place across the country. It's a reality that's hard to face.
It's heartbreaking to hear when I get a call from one of the carriers or from management telling me what happened to somebody.
When a postal worker becomes a victim of a targeted robbery, especially for USPS employees like Anthony Kennedy, who's been delivering mail locally for 5 years now. He's also president of the Greensboro branch of the National Association of Letter Carriers.
I actually deal with the victims one-on-one.
The NLAC started keeping stats of these robberies back in November of 2022. Since then, there have been 27 robberies in the state and 3 in Greensboro since Saturday. The most recent occurring on South Holden Road at Stones Throw Apartments.
Coming to work and having to worry about my life being on the line does make you fearful.
It's something Dexter Lester, regional administrative assistant with the group, can relate to.
I'm a carrier of 25 years. I've carried in Winston-Salem. I know what they're going through. And we do have that fear. I had that fear even though I'm not carrying. I had that fear for that carrier who experiences that.
He says oftentimes these criminals aren't targeting your mail, they're targeting the master key from carriers to get to your information.
They're mostly looking for checks that they can clean and wipe. That's their easiest access.
Kennedy wonders what it will take to see change before someone in our backyard loses their life over a piece of mail. The union is taking these concerns to the House and Senate. They hope for harsher punishments against these criminals and government funding to transition physical master keys to digital ones.
Nixon, thank you. I want to dive into this a little bit more. As you heard her say, this problem is nationwide. The National Association of Letter Carriers says criminals have attacked more than 2,000 postal workers since 2020. U.S. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, who's from Greensboro, recently spoke about the issue to Congress. He said the Postal Service is exploring several options to try making things safer.